And we're live. There we go. All right. Start the class off with an old man cough. Are you not done taping?
No, it's just and he's coming off already.
Ah, which one? All right.
That one.
Yeah. This is what makes jiu-jitsu. Oh, let go. All the other clubs have acai and all that shit. Black coffee is the way to go.
Or cramps. Do you want to have more cramps?
Shut up, have some mangoes here tomorrow. All right, today's class, we're going to be going over the double leg takedown. And side control. So, as far as I'm concerned, there's two versions of side control. There's going to be cross body, and then there's head and arm control. Today, we're going to go over what's called head and arm control, which, if you go to like 99% of the clubs in the world, squeezing a head and arm together is side control for everybody. Okay? Yeah, you just hug a head and arm and just lay on and go. I'm going to show you some stuff you can do with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's my job to fix things. All right. Before she broke her spine. Right. So today, double leg takedown. So let's start off with that. I want you to do your forward rolls, break falls, standing in base. Concentrate on your back break falls as well. Okay. So I want a little extra with your back break falls. So forward rolls to start with. Boom, stay base. You're getting so much better at that. Okay, now let's do this thing. All right, I don't know how to pit things. I'm bad at this. Got it.
You got it?
So we're good. We're good. You know what you're doing. All right. So when we do our back break fall today, I want you to concentrate on really tucking the chin and reaching for the ground. Okay? When you reach for the ground, I don't want your arms spread out like a letter T. I want like a letter V, reaching for your toes. Perfect. Good. Stand up. I'm going to do a quick demo myself. When I start to go back, I'm not just sitting my butt down. I'm doing that. What I'm doing is I'm hunting for a chair. I'm keeping my chin tucked and I'm being super dramatic while slapping the mat. Okay, so when you slap the mat, chin is tucked, big smack. Make it tough. Show drama. Once you tuck your butt up underneath yourself, I want your butt to be searching for a chair way back there. I'm just going to get you. Pause. I'm going to get in your way, and I want you to sit your butt past me. Keep sliding, keep sliding, keep sliding. Not on me. Yes, past me. Let's do that again. Partner's going to slide past you. Not on me, past me. You're literally on me. Pause. Take your feet off the ground.
I'm short.
Pause. Put your feet back on the ground. Push your butt past me. Yes, keep going. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Keep good Lord. Just before we hit start on record, she said, "Don't good Lord me."
Yes.
I don't want the ball.
I'm very short.
I know you're very short. It's adorable. Let's say, instead of being very short, having to go and pushing, I want you to concentrate on not touching me with your butt.
Okay.
Don't touch me with your butt. Okay? So don't let your butt touch me.
Okay.
You did it! You did it, and I'm proud. I'm so. You still did. I'm very proud. Right. Stand up, do it one more time. Push your butt past me, like you're looking for a chair. Yes. I'm really short. No, you're doing it wrong. I remember that was her excuse for like standing in base, like, "Yeah, but I can't do it." Can do it.
Well,
I promise you can.
Now I can.
And you did, and I'm proud.
I'm not lying.
Hip escapes. The only thing that gets me through. I like how you're concentrating on turning that heel to the ceiling and driving your knee into the mat while keeping your foot just outside your hip line.
Now you're ironic.
I'm not being ironic. I said I like that. My voice is just tinged with sadness and pain at all times.
Yes.
I really hope you're doing great. One more lap this way. Big breath with everything you do. Turn your heel to the ceiling. Very good. Turn your heel to the ceiling. That side's good. The other side shit for some reason. There it is. I'm happy.
I think.
Don't think, just do things I tell you to do. You can think later.
I feel like I disconnect from the ground.
I feel like you disconnected from this class. Stop thinking. Do good. You know.
Oh.
Good. Let's see tape up halfway. Time, everybody on the line. I'll get you a stand up for me. We're going to be going with a double leg takedown today. Now, there's a huge difference between the way I teach double leg and the way you're going to learn it a million other places, right? So what I want you to remember at all times is your base, right? So if you face me and you were to just lean forward and put your nose before your toes, it is very easy for me to add weight to this person, okay? If the nose is before the toes, I'm going to be able to add weight by default, just by existing, okay? Now, if I was to drop a level and shoot inwards, what does it look like to you? Okay. If I was to drop a level and shoot inwards with my weight up, that's still a thing, but you drop the level, okay? So the level drop is actually kind of bad, right? If you're fast, if you're strong, if you mean it, yes, you can probably get away with it on somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. But if you push my hips, what goes forward? My nose. My nose is going before my toes. That means I'm going to be adding weight to you regardless. Now, you can shift and take them out of the way. I'll show examples of that in the end. But right now, what I want to talk about is the idea of crosshairs. So if we think about the shoulder level and the hip level, there's a midsection right here. I want you to just go up halfway between the shoulders and the rib cage. So right here, imagine.
Solar plexus.
Yeah, solar plexus, right? Imagine you had a creepy third nipple right in the middle of your solar plexus. I think creepy is way more interesting than solar plexus. Okay, creepy third nipple. All right. Your nipples are like here and here. They're going down here. They're going on the back of her neck for some reason. It's weird. Italians. All right. So when I shoot in, my job is not to drop so much of a level that somebody can add weight. In previous classes, we talked about the idea of moving into the clinch and your partner putting on a guillotine because you came in low. How? Okay, just as a quick demonstration, remember the safety tip. You don't put the guillotine on, just put the hand on the back. Pause here. I need my hips to be underneath me. My nose doesn't need to be before my toes. That's where I need it to be, okay? So that I'm not bearing weight. I don't want to be the one bearing weight. I want to be the one adding weight, all right? So when we do this, just a quick example. If I cover and I clinch, but I came in low from here, my ear and my shoulder are hopefully together. Now I can just open that door and walk around the back. Okay, now stay where you are, hold your arms out, pause. If I came in a little too low, and from here she wrapped her arms around my waist, this is hard for me to deal with. But if I drop a level and put my hips underneath, I can come out. Now, if we did the same thing again, and she was to sprawl her legs behind her, more. Now, home. From here, I'm stuck. I want you to put your knees on the mat so you don't hurt yourself, butter. Should have done that when we did before. My bad. All you're doing is putting your hips up underneath you, okay? So imagine I'm here, my nose is before my toes. Shit. Now I'm safe. My nose is before my toes. Fine, I'm safe. My nose is before my toes. Fine, I'm safe, okay? So why would we do this then? Why would I put my nose before my toes and drop so much of a level that I know I'm going to have weight added to me constantly? Let's play a game. Fight. Boom. Perfect. She finds her fighting base. Her hands are up. Paul is here. I want you to reach forward. The arm that's forward is the leg that's forward forever and ever and ever. Make a fist. From here. Nothing's in the way. Perfect. For me to do something about this, I'm going to just drop a tiny level. I'm not doing this. Right now, I'm going to have a lot of weight added to me. What I want you to do is practice with your partner just here. Their fist is up. You're just going to move it out of the way. Drop down to that creepy third nipple. Step in and touch the lips. Okay? Now, swap hands. Same thing. It's like, yeah. Same thing on this side. I'm moving this out of the way. I'm dropping my shoulder in line with the third nipple. And I touch the legs. Okay? You're going to do that for me. Pause here. Left hand forward. You're just going to move it out of the way. Third nipple. Hug the legs. The other legs. Good. So when you do this, don't shape up. Other hand. Pause. When you do this, look at me. Does this look correct? No. Does this look correct? Yes. Keep your nose before your toes and touch the thighs. Okay, you're a little low. Touch the crosshairs. You don't have to even duck. Just touch. Yes, you're fine. Okay, I know.
Well, I have to duck to grab the other leg.
And duck to grab the other leg. Other leg. Good. Now, when we do this, don't walk towards your partner. Okay? Hold your hand up. You're going to take one quick step in between. Okay? Whatever leg is forward, we're going to match that. I want you to step over here, please. Shape up. Hold out the fist. From here, all we're going to do is drop a level, move the hand, and instead of doing this, I want you guys to touch your shoulder to the chest and grab the legs.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you. I want you to do the same thing. That was good. That was good. Okay. We're going to do both sides now. Don't overthink it. Good.
The other side.
Don't overthink it. 100%.
Okay.
Don't overthink things. You need to go away from me.
Yeah.
Back away. Good. Back away. Good. Okay, fine. Now we're going to add on water and stone. What I want from you is to find your fighting base. And every time I step towards you, you're going to take a step back. Okay? So now find your fighting base towards me. Pause here. When I say fighting base, and I'm just going to do this every class for the rest of my life, whether you like it or not, your fighting base is the middle between doing a deadlift and pushing a car up a hill. Okay? So if I take a step here, imagine there's a little hole in the ground. If I take a little step here, there's a hole in the ground. I want to find those two dots and make a square. That's where I want to be. My knees are bent. My hip bones are lined up with your hip bones. And my hands are up in the middle. I should see my knuckles. Okay? I'm nice and relaxed with the spine. Nice and relaxed with the shoulders. These are not buckled. They're not narrow. They're not narrow. Middle. If I'm leaning too much this way, too much weight. Too much this way, too much weight. Middle. Find the middle. Middle. Perfect. Okay. Now from here. See, Andrew? If I take a step towards you, hold out your left hand. Boop. If I take a step towards you and my fingers can pass this line, you're in trouble. Hold out your left hand. You're in trouble. I apologize, Andrew. Everyone sucks. Over here. Fighting base. Hold out your left hand. Good Lord.
You only step.
I want you to keep the distance away from me or I'm going to kick you. Very good. I'm going to kick you. Yeah. You think I'm lying?
No.
Back onto the camera. I fucking kicked my girlfriend.
No, please.
Pause here. You're fine. Stay where you are. Don't flinch. You're fine. Okay. You better fucking move. Oh, yes. Good. Yes, very good. Okay, so we're gonna play water and stone, but we're not gonna check our partner's pace on this one. I'm just gonna trust that she doesn't want to be kicked and pushed around. All right, so from here, on the third step, I'm gonna hold my left fist out. She's gonna move it out of the way. She's gonna put her shoulders on the crosshair and grab my legs. Okay, that's the end of this drill. So pause here. Aren't you fighting this? I'm gonna take a step on the third. Let's go back. On the third step, move my fist out of the way and do exactly what you were doing before. Okay? So number 1, 1, 2, 3. Don't overthink it. 100%. I'm really happy. Okay, come back. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. You need to move my fist out of the way with your hands. It's a flinch drill. Okay? So come back over here. Have your knuckles in your eye line. Perfect. 1, keep your distance. 2, keep your distance. 3, yes. Very happy with that. Okay. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to do it on the opposite side now. Do not overthink this. Switch stance. No, just go. Go in. Don't overthink for now. We can overthink it black belt. Pause. Fighting mix. Get this one out of the way. 1, 2. I didn't even step, but good for you. On the third step, as I'm moving, you move the hand out of the way, and don't grab my butt this time, you little pervert. 1, 2, 3. Yes, legs, 100%.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Again. 1, where's your distance? 2, where's your base? Who are you fighting? 3, very good. Okay, so we got in. If I can get the arm out of the way, on the camera, please. Shape up. Hold out your right hand. You got this. If I get this thing out of the way and I come into here, do I need to do a double leg or can I just take the back and pick them up? I'm on their back. Okay? So let's say instead of I'm doing a double leg, I'm going to get things out of the way and I'm not going to bear weight. Okay? If I can take you back, I'll take you back. I'll put you down on the ground. I don't have to go through you and down. My job is just to get past all the trouble without getting knocked out. Okay? So again, hold out that right hand. We're going to move this out of the way. Now from here, my shoulder is touching. If she puts some weight on me, I'm fine. Okay? If she puts some weight on me, I'm not. Okay, let's get back on the camera. Turn hands just here. Reach that hand out. Pause where you are. When I come in from here, my shoulder's a little low. If my nose is before my toes, notice that if I push her, her weight is going to come forward. Keep your weight coming. Yes. And I don't have to bear that weight. I don't have to drive through. I don't have to be strong. Do I have to do that? No. Everything is out of the way. And now from here, I can still do a double leg. Okay? I'm just going to hold the legs and drive to the side. What we're going to drill next, before we do the takedown, is what happens if. Okay? If you bear weight, you're going to pick them up. All right? So this is the thing where you'll see UFC fighters come in and do a double leg. Cool. And you can do that all you want. I'm not going to do it unless you give it to me. Okay? Hold out that right hand. Pause here. I drop a good level. I don't drop. I'm not dropping to a knee. Dropping to a knee on the concrete hurts. Stay where you are. Drop a level. Touch. Now, right here, my elbows are on my knees. I'm perfectly fine. I have good base. If she was to lean forward, I should be able to just pick her up. Okay? If I was here, there's no way. And if I pull my back out for some money, here, this is easy. Okay? Just using your hamstrings and your glutes to stand up. Okay? So you're going to do that to me. I'll do it one more time for the camera. We'll do it on this side. Hold out your left hand. I'm going to get this out of my way. Boom. My shoulder touches. Now from here, if I came in a little bit low, I'm not like this. I'm here. Put your weight on. Lean onto me. Lean it. Everything. From here, I am just going to stand up. Boom. Where's her base? It's off the ground. All I have to do is just tip it. Okay? Just like when we did our rear takedown. We lift that log and we tip it. And we put it down. Same thing's going to happen with the double leg. I'm not shooting through and then dealing with legs, right? Just get it out of the way. Perfect. Go a little bit lower, pause. Do you have base? Stay where you are. Can you pick me up? Then you have base. Okay, come in a little bit lower, and I want you to touch your shoulder to my stomach, not the crosshairs. Okay? So remember, this is just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Perfect. Stay here. Stay where you are. Right now, her nose is not before her toes. Technically. Fix your base. How's that feel? Does it feel better? Time. I want you to pay attention to my base on the camera. Shape up. Pause. Don't worry about this thing. Hold your arms out like a scarecrow. I'm going to step in. I don't step in and do this. That's my base. I'm here. I'm here. You feel me? Put your weight on me. Do you see my base on the camera?
Yeah.
Walk away from me. Do you see my base? It's not neutral. When I walk in, I'm taking a setup step and I'm finding my fighting base. I'm not coming in and going neutral.
Okay.
Fighting base, keep your hips up underneath you. Your hips are what's going to lift everything. Okay? So one more time. Clear it out of the way. Yeah. Good. Now use your hips to lift. Yes. Again, hold on to my legs. And I want you to use your hips underneath you to lift. That's much better. You're getting there. Oh, I guarantee you can do it. You remember that video of us in the garage where you just picked me up and threw me?
No.
Yeah, it exists. I'll
I
find it.
remember doing the curl from the knees, which was even worse.
Yes, I don't want you to drop me. Never drop to a knee, okay? Also, if they add weight to you and you can't lift them, go to the back, okay? But for now, yes, you can do it. I know you can. Take a step in with that leg. Pause. Stand here. Be solid. Stand. How does that feel? Does it feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
Let's fix it. No, we're not moving on. I want you to drop a level at the knees. At the knees, drop more. Drop more. Pause. Stand up. Yeah, no, don't use your shoulder.
Yeah, that's
Use your hip. Come back. Look at me. Look on the camera. Look at the camera. Don't use your arms. Use your hip. Okay? Look on the camera. Look on the camera. Don't use your arm. Use your hip. Look at me. Hip. Hip.
I feel like
You got it. Let's drop the level. I'm not an idiot. You're doing great. Drop. Pause. Hip. Yep, that'll do it. How did that one feel?
much better.
Hip. Your hip is the scoop, okay? Do not use your arms. Use your hip to lift. So if I came in, here please. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Where are my hips? They're already underneath me, right? Where are my hips? Lean your weight on me. Lean your weight on me. This is hard for me to do. This isn't. Okay? What I want is your hips underneath to begin with. Okay? Don't put your nose before your toes by default. Come in, straight line. Drop a level. Pause. How do you feel? Not bad.
That's my weak side.
Let's see how you feel on this side.
Without switching base?
Do whatever you want. Don't overthink it. Come in. How do you feel on the holy shit? Okay, that's your good side. You're fine. Okay. So again, Laura, to reiterate, shape up. Come back onto the camera a little bit. Pause here. Reach out with your left. Do I need to lift you?
No.
Reach out with your right. Do I need to lift you?
Yes.
Do I need to lift you?
Oh no, you can go, no, you can take my back.
The takedown. Turn for me. Stay where you are. Reach out with your right. Are we on the camera? Perfect. She didn't lean forward. I don't have to lift her. I'm holding the legs. My head's gonna drop. So imagine all my weight's on this leg. I make a connection to her. I move the weight to this leg. Done. We can stay connected and nail them with our shoulder on the way down, but for now, we're gonna be cool. One more time on this side. Right hand, pause, move it, move it. Okay? Try that on me.
Okay.
Pause here, come in. Pause. Ease your nose before your toes. Perfect. Now from here, I want you to drive your weight into this leg. Take my legs out from underneath me. Good.
Okay.
Again. One time for the camera on this angle. Pause here. Hold out your left. Over here, please. Hold out your left. From here, just to drill with your partner. They're not leaning forward for this one. Your job is to move it out of the way. Here, I'm holding onto the legs. I'm not low. I'm here. Now, I can take the back. But what else I can do is I can just start to drive the weight into one leg. Okay? Now, when I drive that weight into one leg, she's very light. Very easy to take somebody down. Okay? One more time. Have a look at me before I use her. Out of the way. Hold on to the legs. Lean, 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 lean. We're going to do the same thing when we lift as well. Okay? One more time. Stand just here, please. Perfect. Left hand out. Lean. And now from here, my partner's going to be ready for a break fall. Be ready for a break fall. Yeah, it's now. We're going to pick them up. Okay? So you had two options. One, slip, take the back. Two, you're already on the side. Use that angle to move the legs out of the way. You don't have to do anything with your base. You don't have to drop the level with the knee. You can just stay in line with the crosshairs. One more time here, please. Just a little bit over here. Always hold up the left. From here, I came in too low. Her weight comes forward. From here, when I lift, it's the same motion. Okay? You take the legs out of the way, just like you are lifting a log and just turning the log to put it down. One more time, please. You're safe. Lean, yes. She leans her weight forward. Now, there's a couple reasons why somebody would lean their weight forward. One is a sprawl. We'll talk about that in the advanced class. Two, they got hit in the stomach. Okay, turn towards me, please. If I was to hold your hands out like a scared. Did her nose go before her toes?
I knew it was coming.
At least she didn't fart. I had a student that I did that to. The moment my shoulder touched, I'm not driving through. I'm just touching.
That was my ribs.
I'm not driving through. Okay? I'm just touching. Right? What's the normal reaction for most people? What's the normal reaction for a fighter? It's to find their base, right? Hopefully. If nose goes before toes, it's much easier to lift and shift. Okay? So one more time, shake up, hold out your left. Pause here. You're going to move it out of the way. You drop a level, but this time, drop a little low for your partner so that they can just bend forward for you. Okay? This is a good bad guy. Your partner's just going to bend forward, nothing else. And you're going to practice lifting and getting the legs out of the way. So one more time, I drop a level. My partner bends forward for me. Now from here, I'm going to lift and shift the legs out of the way. Okay? Sorry about that little 10-minute thing. I kind of went off script for a second to help you do that thing. Are you okay with this?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done the ribs, but
Let's try that.
probably.
I want you to try that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. Pause here. Holding out my left. You're just going to clear it out of the way. Good. Pause. When I lean my weight forward, you're going to pick me up and put my legs together and get them out of the way. Yep. How easy is that?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy when I give you the thing to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? If your partner pushes their hips forward, take the back. There's no reason that you can't, okay? If they wrap up a guillotine, open your arms, take the back. There's a bunch of things that we can add on to this, but the big thing I want you to understand is that I don't want you to drop a level and bear weight, okay? I never want you to be on the bottom for anything, okay? I don't want you to pull a guard. I want you on top, right? If this person leans their nose before their toes and all their weight's on top of you, that's not the end of the world. It's very easy to lift them. It's like they put themselves on a shelf. Imagine my shelf look like this. And if you put something here, it's gonna fall. Imagine my shelf look like this. And it's sturdy and it's solid, right? That solid shelf can lift things and shift things, okay? So one more time, and I want you just over here, please. And you're going to pick me up, turn the legs, just let go, okay? 100%. I'm very happy with that. Jesus Christ. I'm not happy with that. Are you comfortable with this?
Yeah.
Okay, last part, just a little anal about this. I want you to do the same thing. Can you lift me?
No.
Can you go to my back?
Yes.
You're a legend. I love you.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that one more time. Pause. You don't have to take my back. What you can do, find your base. Yes, from here, you can shift your weight and get my legs out from underneath me by pushing the head. So yes, now pull my legs out from underneath me. Yes, that's good enough. That's good enough. What I want from you eventually is not disconnecting from the person. Okay?
Landing on you.
Yes. So for this class in the fundamentals, I would prefer you just do the takedown. But for now, when we practice taking them down and ending in side control, it's important to have safety tips. So I'd like you to stay in here, please. A little bit more this way. Pause. Reach out with your hand. From here, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to lift and shift, or I'm just going to turn a corner. Okay? If you can't lift somebody, turn a corner. Drive with your head and keep walking around. Let's do it on this side. Reach with that hand. Pause here. When I come in from here, I'm just going to start to drive all the weight in one leg and start to turn a corner. Now my shoulder stays in. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, just like the rear takedown, it's pretty easy to just go boop, boop, and put somebody on the ground. Same thing for this. You can just put somebody on the ground. You don't have to lift and slam them. That is a choice, okay? It's an awesome choice. Like, there's a great picture of two of my big guys doing double legs. Oh, God, it's horrifying. These dudes are huge, and they're picking each other up and slamming each other down. The whole building shook. It was great. Laura, I'll get you on this side, please. Pause here. So now we're going to segue into side control, head and arm. Okay? So for this, with your partner, you can do either side you want. But today, I'm going to be concentrating on her left side. So my partner is going to reach with her right hand. Perfect. When I get that hand out of the way, I've dropped the level. If she was to lean her weight onto me, I could pick her up and move her. If she doesn't, I can take the back, but I can also lean and come around. As I do that, I end up here, okay? Oh, right on the camera. Nailed it. Pause and turn back towards me. Okay. This is known as side control. This is also known as head and arm side control. If I switch my hands, it'll be called cross body. Let's move a little closer to the camera. So there you go. There's some context. And I hope you guys understand. We can. I hope you guys understand that when I talk about double legs, I don't talk about classic wrestling double legs, where we drop to our knee and shoot in, and we hook a leg, and we do all these angles and things. I want you guys to have base. Don't drop too low. And if you do drop too low, you're still fine as long as your hips are underneath you and your nose is before your toes. Okay? And I hope I made that clear enough. I'll get you to lay down. Now, let's talk about the idea of that double leg allowing us to bypass the legs. The legs are a pain in the ass. They're also known as a guard, or a Z guard, or an octopus guard, or whatever shit's cool these days. Your job is just to get the fuck away from them. That's it. I've done the hard part because I did a good takedown. I didn't slap hands and butt scoot towards the legs and have a leg fight. You didn't have to. Get away from the legs, control the torso, okay? Now that we've controlled the torso, what I want to show you is some easy hip shifts and how to put your weight in before we go to the mount, which is like the holy grail, okay? If you're really good for side control, awesome. I want you to be really good at mounts, regardless of the size of the person. Your mount should be number one. So before we get to mount, let's talk about head and arm side. Pause here. if I'm here, I want you to turn your body towards me. The first thing that leaves the ground is that shoulder. I want you to roll away. First thing that leaves the ground is that shoulder. Her torso moves. Her limbs are attached to her torso. Okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to hold the head and the arm on the opposite side of my body. Because over here, I've got everything under control because there's a lot of me in the way, right? Over there, if she goes that way, come back. If she goes this way, come back. If she goes that way, it's harder to do. She comes back, it's harder to do. Okay? Now the trick is, if I hung on for dear life and start crushing the head, I'm overcommitting my base. I'm giving them escapes. Even if I'm doing a shoulder of justice, look that way out. From here, what I want is I want my crosshairs touching the crosshairs. And how does that feel?
Not nice.
It's not this, is it?
Yeah.
How's my base feel? I'm a little overcommitted, aren't I?
Yeah.
How's my base feel? Pretty committed. How are my hands? They're a little bit free. Okay. So what I want from you is this. Imagine creepy third nipple, crosshair. Creepy third nipple, crosshair. Goes right there. Okay. So for now, I'm starting on my knees. So I have both knees on the ground. I'm going to have one arm underneath her arm, one arm underneath the head. Common mistake that you see is people will kind of be holding on to the wrong parts at the wrong time in the wrong way. What I want is this. Roll to your left. It's kind of hard to do, isn't it? Come back. Roll to your right. It's kind of hard to do, isn't it? Perfect. Okay, so I'm taking out the slack with my chest. So from here, crosshairs find crosshairs. If I'm a little low, it doesn't feel the same, does it?
No.
It's a little wiggle room for you. If I'm a little high, the exact same.
Yeah.
What I want, hum. Good. Okay. What you can't see is that my chest is sinking down. I'm just holding my shoulders back and puffing my chest up like I'm a tough guy. Okay? So I'm not here huddling into somebody. I'm expanding. I'm going. My chest opens. My shoulders come back, and I let my weight sink. My arms are just going to kind of come off the mat, like I'm gently lifting them into my chest. Okay? So pay attention to my hands this time. From here, if they're on the ground, hum. There's some slack, right? Again. Good. So think about Terminator 2, that hydraulic press thing. It's the same thing. It's just got a lot of Terminator 2 references.
I'm okay with that.
So the hydraulic press is, so I'm lifting and I'm adding weight to this person. Okay. So what I'd like you to do first off, after you've done your cool double leg or not so cool, it's like the least cool double leg. It's the efficient one. There's nothing cool about what I want to teach. It's always efficiency. What I want from you, once you establish head and arm side control, far arm is under the arm. Close arm under the head. From here, you're going to do a humming test with your partner. You're on your knees. You're nice and relaxed. Your partner's going to start to do an audible hum. And I want to hear them not like it. Okay? So your elbows and your hands are coming off the ground. Your butt's not in the air. It's down low. The chest is heavy and it's just, look, how does that feel? Feels good, doesn't it? How you feeling? Good. Okay. So hopefully she does the breathing class with us this Saturday. Miss Belisa Brandon, she's going to be joining us. Okay? Breathe through your diaphragm. Now, most people, clavicular breathers, you can crush them pretty easy and they get gassed. From here, let's deal with escapes. What I want from you now, are you feeling good?
Yeah.
What I want from you now, I want you to practice the heavy chest. Okay, so the humming test. See if your partner can roll left. See if your partner can roll right. It should be a little bit of a pain. Okay, now we're going to deal with switching the hips now. So this time, actually, you want to do the humming test real quick? Yeah, here we go. Pause. I love that you've done this right away. This is called cross body. I want you to swap your hands.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. The reason we do cross body is because it yields more options, okay? And it yields the ability for me to find a better base and go to the mouth a little easier. Right now, hug my head and my arm. Her hands are very busy. okay? If her hands are busy and I'm just super spazzing around, this is a good spot for you to start with, because not everybody's gonna be doing technical things, okay? Right now, adding weight to them and making, I'll fix you in a second, relax. Adding weight to them and making them give you something is what's next, okay? Crossbody is just a little bit more complicated. We'll talk about that later on in classes. For now, her crosshairs are my crosshairs. And I want you to spread your knees, but bring them into me. Yes, and I want your butt to go low. Yes, okay. So now from here, no, I'll tell you when to do it. From here, I want you to start to lift your hands and elbows off the ground, and that's all. Good, okay. From here, I want you to start to hold your shoulders back and puff your chest up, and that's all. Good, okay. I'm gonna hum, and you're gonna slowly do both of those things at the same time. Give me 1 second. That's it, slowly. Let's do that again, nice and slow, super slow. Don't waste your energy.
Okay.
Huge. Most common mistake here is this. Right now, if I had a power bar in a video game, it would be depleting. My job is to be relaxed and let gravity do the work. Let gravity do the work and gently lift your hands off of the ground, and you hear my voice start to change. And this is really uncomfortable because this girl shouldn't be this heavy. That's what I want from you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good work.
Because I love weight and it's strength.
Oh, that first one you were. That first one you were bear hugging like a mom. Really? I want you to lay down, head towards the camera, please. Actually, let's scoot over this way. Scoot, head to lay down. Good. Pause. From here, main things we need to worry about. If I have my hand up, I want you to touch my face. Shouldn't have been like that. I want you to touch my face. Good. I want you to headbutt me. Good. We're just going to bury the chin and hide the eyes. From here, I should be fine. Put your hands on my face. I'm okay. Okay? I'm in the middle over here by the shoulder. Our partner this time is going to put their forearm on our hip. And they're going to start to push really hard. Push, 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 push. What happens if they are what happens if they're Sam? You need to be ready for Sam. Okay? Push, 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 push. That made it worse, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a huge difference, by the way. Go ahead and push. Push, 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 push. How'd that feel?
Yeah.
It's invisible and shit. My job is to keep my crosshairs on the chest. When my partner starts to push, what we're going to do is we're going to thread the needle and we're going to go long body. Okay? So, how's that feel? Okay, good. Now, I'm not doing this. Look at that space that I made with my head.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want them to be able to take advantage of the space because I've switched. Okay? So, long base forward. This is long base forward. Push my face. Long base forward is always going to be here. Okay, push my face. Okay. Now, if I had to switch again, let's go ahead and move that for now. And I switch this way. Long base back. Middle. Forward. Middle. Back. Okay? We're not going to overcomplicate it today. All we're going to do is deal with that arm by using our hips. It's super important that you start to use this. Okay? If she had her forearm on my hip, right now, yeah, we can see. From here, if her elbow's in line with my belly button, be strong. Be super strong. From here, it's easy for me to add weight to her wrist. If you were to slide that a little bit over here, I can't add weight to your wrist, can I?
Yeah.
But I can move you out of the way.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like, don't let me touch your face. It's the exact same thing. Pause here. If her forearm is touching me and the elbow is down, the weak link is here. If the elbow is up, the weak link is here. If she's using her hand because there's enough space, the weak link is here. Okay? So what we're doing, instead of giving up our control of the torso, we're going to learn how to use our hips to shift things. Okay? So one more time, your partner here, you've settled into the fact that left and right are not really an option because of where you are. Okay? If she was to put a forearm on my hip and start to push and hip escape. Push and hip escape. She can get her legs in front of me. Come back. Push and hip escape. I need to close that door. There's no more ability for the legs to come in. Now, I need to clear that arm. Everything is still heavy. And now from here, I can go back to the start. Can't I? Where is your elbow? It's on the outside. Now, bring it back in. Yes, push and hip escape. I close the door. I thread the needle and I stay heavy with my partner. My partner is going to stay there. I'm going to clear that knee, elbow knee, and come back to the middle. Okay? Slide your elbow back in. Pause. Start to hip escape. Pause. I close the door with my hip bone. I get rid of that door stop with my leg. Now from here, I'm going to switch my legs back. The elbow is gone. And come back to neutral. Okay. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. Have a coffee break. All right. Boom. Head and arm. Perfect. Heavy in the crosshairs, hide your face. You're doing good. Get your butt lower. Yes. So if you can't get your butt low, it's because your knees are in the wrong place. So pause. I want you to do the wrong thing, and I want you to spread your legs back. Right now, she has no base. Her legs are sliding back. Let's turn on the angle so they can see. Pause here. If her knees are far back, there's a huge space, and that space can be filled with me. Okay? What I want is your knees tucked up underneath you. Yes. And your butt heavy. Yes. That's much better. And you can have active toes if you want to, so dig your toes into the ground. Yes, but leave your butt low. Very good. Okay. Now, I want you to start to add a little bit of weight. Yes. Very good. If I start to push into you, I want you to add a little bit of weight towards my shoulder. Yes. Pull a little bit of weight towards your butt. Your other butt. Yes. Shoulder. Butt. Yes. Oh, God. Perfect. Pause where you are. If this happens right now, I start to push. I want your hip bone to drop. Yes. Now from here, I want you to slide your right leg underneath and bring your hip forward. Yes. Now switch legs again. Come back. Very good. You've cleared the forearm. Again. Come back. Yes. Again. Yes. Come back. Come with me. Pause here. Good. Good. Come with me. Pause here. Yeah, come with me. Pause here. Yes, one more time. Pause here. Right now, don't do anything. If my forearm can get to the hip and I can push away, I don't do anything. I can get my knee in. I don't want that to happen. Okay? So now if I get my forearm here, I should push, close that door. Can't get my knee in. Keep heavy. Come back. Keep heavy. No. Turn your shoulder towards me. Yes. Okay. Don't create a space. Yeah. Now, slide your leg up. Yes. Perfect. One more time. Slide your leg up. Yes. Perfect. Time. Let's turn towards the camera. I'm going to show you why you don't put your head up. Not you, just them. Okay. Now on camera. Yes. Okay. So switch your base. Long base forward. Perfect. Keep your shoulder up. From here, that's a thing. That's a for real thing. But right now, I want you to just push my arm across with your right hand. Hold. Hug tight. Go back to your knees. 100%. This is very good. Let's go back. No. God, no. Come back. I'm teaching how to go to the mount. Don't do that. Come back. Pause. Put your butt down. Good. If I start to do this motion, she switches, and that space opens. Lift your head. I can push the face. So you need to be aware of this. If someone starts to push your face, you're going to push the arm across and hug with the head and the arm. Come back to neutral. Knees heavy in the butt. Good. Head towards me. Yes. Make it hard for me to do that. Yes. This is hard for me to do. Perfect. Fine. Come back. Switch your base, long base forward. Sit up straight. Not everyone is going to push your face. What happens if you're in an actual technical jiu-jitsu school? There's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong because you missed one thing, okay? I want you to make sure that you keep your head low. Don't let them push your face. If they start to come over the top, you're gonna have to hide your shoulder. Whole bunch of technical things that we should go over in advanced class. But for now, huge thing to do is to cut out the distance to manage the damage, okay? So last thing, we're gonna be traveling over to the mount now, and we're gonna do it correctly. All right.
You're a disgrace.
No, everyone is. I've been yelling don't shit mount for about 17 years or something like that. No shit mounts. No shit mounts. You don't just step a leg over and hope for the best, okay? You can go ahead and use it against you. Someone who knows what they're doing is going to use it against you one day, okay? Think about it this way. Did you walk around picking fights? No, because you don't know who has a loaded gun, do you? Somebody's going to shoot you one day. Don't walk around picking fights. You don't know who's a black belt. You should treat everyone like they're a black belt forever. No matter who you are, don't keep it playful. No. You keep it playful like once a week at 3 o'clock for 15 minutes. The rest of the time, that's a fucking black belt that I'm dealing with, okay? You're a black belt. Okay, we're going to travel into the mountain. We're going to do it step by step, and we're going to test base.
Oh,
Okay?
black belt, we complaining.
You are. Head and arm. This is great. I can't really do too much from here. You can drop a little headbutt to the side every once in a while. You can dig your chin into them and do some funky stuff. Maybe some arm locks, but you're giving up space. What I want is for you to learn how to travel to the mount correctly. Now, how do you feel?
Great.
How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? Turn your chin so it doesn't hurt as much. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Okay.
Okay. You're taking out all the slack and you're going to test your base as you go to the mount. So we're going to do this like a dance move. And I'll do it on a couple angles for you. For now, pause here. My job is my base is wide and my chest is heavy. I'm going to lean my weight to my left shoulder to take it off of my right knee. Now that right knee is going to slide across and my back leg is going to be a windshield wiper. Because right now, imagine I'm a letter X, okay? Elbow, elbow, knee, knee. Imagine I'm like a letter X. Elbow, elbow, knee, knee. From here, I need to free this foot. I can't necessarily just step it over. From here, I'm going to line my head up with hers, walk my hand up, and turn my hip and be dramatic as I come up into the mat. Okay, let's change angles. Just a dance move from here. My weight's going to go into my left shoulder to free up my right knee. My right knee is going to slide across. My foot acts like an anchor. This back leg is going to slide in, just like it's a windshield wiper. And my hand is going to post. When it posts, it doesn't post wide. Go up underneath my arm. Come back. Go up underneath my arm. I'm going to post that hand high by the head. Now from here, all my weight goes into the shoulder on the face. Now I can let my weight come across. And my foot slides in to find the mount. On the same piece. Pause here, and I want you to hug my back so your hands aren't around. Pause where you are, heavy, chest. I'm going to put my weight to my left shoulder, shin. This back foot's going to end up being a windshield wiper, and my right hand ends up being a post. Now from here, roll to the left, roll to the right. I should have base. All my weight is going to roll into her face. Roll to your right. It's hard to do, right? Roll to your right. Come back. Roll to your right. I line my chin up with the top of the head, and I turn my hip. Okay? So when I turn my hip, what that's doing right now, if I try to step over, everything's off, and I have no base. Right now, if I'm here, I want you to push me down into the gut. I have no base. What I want from you is here. Heavy, 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 drama. Okay? One last time with the drama, and you're gonna do it to me.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna do it one time without you. Here, neutral base. Okay? My weight leans to the left so that my shin can come up. Now from here, I'm gonna make sure my weight's coming in and my foot slides in like a windshield wiper. Post my hand. This is pretty neutral, but this leg is stuck. All my weight drives, and now dramatically slap the mat with your right foot. You got this. So here, actually, let's do it on the side so we can see. Head and arm. Good. Pause where you are. Lean your weight into the shoulder so your right knee feels light. Can you put your right knee across my hips? Get it further across. Good. So your foot's like a little hook. Very good. Keep the weight here. I want this foot to slide towards me, and I want this hand to step out. Good. Don't go too low. Go a little higher by my elbow. Yes. Now, I want you to line your head up with this noise and slap your right foot on the ground. Yep. I want more drama with that slap. I want more weight. Go back a step. Slap the mat. Come on, butter.
Okay.
You got this. Good Lord. Pause. Let's go back one more time.
You can't slap.
Yes, you can. Pause here. Put your head in line with my head. You see that?
Yeah.
Now, dramatically slap the mat. That's much better. Come back. Put your head in line with my head. That's much better. Now, put both hands out. Perfect. You're fine. Let's do it one more time from the start. Put your weight in your shoulder. Put the shin across. Put your weight back in the shin. Yes. Post your hand up. Good. Drama. You're doing great. Okay. Now, just as a little add-on, pop off, please. Lisa was doing something technical. She was doing something very good. Okay. So, yeah, she didn't even know she was. That's how good she is. When someone pushes you in the face, and you can push their arm across, you have what's called a head and arm choke. So I'm going to show one little extra thing today. Okay. The head and arm choke from the mount is almost literally always top wrong. Okay. And yes, I can super duper.
That's a treat.
Yeah.
For you, yeah.
Oh, okay. You gotta do vegetables. I can have a cupcake at the end. So the thing is, I've been taught the head and arm choke by goddamn professionals.
Don't teach it so I can do it to people.
It's a fair point because Hickson literally taught this to her on the lounge room floor, and the moment that she started doing it, it's
it was a Henry.
No, Hickson also taught you. But yes, let's do a Hickson Henry thing live on YouTube. Let's do another Hickson and Henry thing live on YouTube.
Okay.
She literally was in Hickson's fucking lounge room. And we were talking about bass. Do you know what bass is? Like, yes, I know bass. Oh, where did you learn bass? Not from me, from Henry.
No.
Hi, Henry. Shut up. We're doing the head and arms. Stop talking. Cool. I want you to lay down on your back, head towards the camera, please. Good God. I'm the worst. I want you to push my face away. Yes. We can push the arm across. Now we have the head and the arm together. Now the trick here is to do exactly what we did just then. The shin comes across. You post the hand And now we come into the mount. Now the trick is where the head and arms show from the mount. We are not grabbing our hands together. We are not leaning our weight across. There's so many wrong versions of this that it's almost ridiculous. Your job is that your shoulder with your chin goes down. That's it, okay? You don't have to hold your hands together. I want you to cup their shoulder. So let's go ahead and get that hand up again. My ear is pinning, okay? So from here, I'm taking out all the slack with my arm. There's no slack here. There's no letter V. What I want is a letter L, okay? My hand is holding the shoulder itself, and my head is pinching the arm in. Now from here, it's not this. I'm never driving forward. I'm going down. All my weight is coming down. So imagine you're sliding down the arm, holding on, and put all your weight and your toes into the neck. You're gonna do it to me. Hop on top of the mat. No, we're gonna talk about this. We're so gonna talk about this.
Well, yes.
Put the head and the arm together. Pause here. I want you to hug my shoulder. There's too much slack. Come on, get that through deep. Yes, you hear the difference? Hold my shoulder with your right hand. Stop squeezing. Hold my right shoulder with your right hand. Cup it. Pinch your ear tight to me. Why am I able to do that? Don't let me do that. Don't let me do that. Stop me. Yes. Now let your shoulder sink to. That was good. I'm not allowed to do that.
I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do that.
Again, forever. Pause here, look onto the camera. My head and my arm are together. Pinch your ear tight to my shoulder. If my arm gets out, so help me God. That's better. Pause. Don't push forward. Push. That was really good. Now, the last time we're going to do that, I want you to get on your tippy toes. Don't lift your butt in the air. Just drive from your toes into your shoulder. Last time. Shoulder. That was perfect. Get off me, I'm going home. Very good work.
I want you to technically smile.
Yes, you did a great job. Goodbye. Whew.